Good morning, gorgeous. How'd you sleep?
Not good, not great, but not because of the cold, because my hip was
Oh. From laying on the ground?
I don't know. I put a pillow under it and still wouldn't stop. But it wasn't because I was too cold. I was actually pretty warm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. How'd you sleep?
I slept great.
Yeah. The cold didn't bother
coldest
me.
I got was my feet, I guess.
My feet were cold until I put that blanket over.
Oh, yeah?
Mm.
This jacket helped after I put it on.
Mm.
I was cold until the end.
Mm.
Like my whole body cold until this jacket.
I just had this fleece. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
So we are tent camping. And it got down to 30 degrees tonight. This is the first time we've ever camped in the winter. So this is our first time ever cold, like camping below freezing. It wasn't too bad. We just got our sleeping bag and some blankets and then some warm clothes on. We're at South Cumberland State Park in Tennessee. This is my birthday present from Beverly.
Your birthday, you filthy animal. You freezing animal.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
I'm pretty warm right now.
Yeah, me too. It feels warmer outside, actually.
Do you go outside?
No, it feels warmer, like, right now than it did last night getting in the tent.
Oh. I think it's just because we're laying here warm in the sleeping bag.
And not wind.
Yeah. So here's our campsite. We're staying at the Waterfalls campground in South Cumberland State Park. Here's our new truck. It's a 2016 Ram 2500, and it loads up with camping gear way better than Beverly's car does. It's got way more room. We're size 8. There's our little Marmot 2-person limelight tents. They've got pretty big camp spots. There's only 5 other people here staying, I think, from what I can see. Here's our tent. Here's our tent set up. We got 2 Paco pads, a Marmot double wide sleeping bag. Got our pillows from home, 2 of these Kelty blankets, this blanket, then our stuff down here at the bottom. I think we stayed pretty warm last night. I guess the only thing that really got cold was my toes. Ended up getting a little cold last night, and what I did was I put on this Marmot Nova Sooty. That really kept me warm after I put it on. That's probably my favorite cold gear piece of clothing. It's super lightweight, but very warm. Been a struggle getting our fire going this morning. We finally got it. We got bacon sizzling, and Beverly's got her heat fire over here going.
And drying out some stuff to start fire tonight.
We got some firewood from a gas station down the road. Before we, on the way here, we stopped and got it because we seen it. It's not been the best so far. We just went and got some firewood from a guy's house right down the road, and it hopefully is better.
It seems better.
Yeah, it seems drier. You're getting smoked out. Mm-hmm. Now we're at the Foster Falls Trail. See it behind me. It's a good-sized waterfall. This is what we could hear last night in our tent. All night long we could hear this waterfall. Never seen it, but we could definitely hear it. And our campground is actually just through those woods right here. Not far at all. Yeah.
If you want to go down there.
We can go. You have to take the climber's trail though. I don't feel like climbing today, do you? Yeah, it's big. It kind of reminds me of the Cloudland Canyon place in Georgia we just went to a couple weeks ago. And because of this kind of view. So we're gonna go a little ways down the Fiery Gizzard Trail and go check out these other two overlooks. Here's your cool bridge coming up.
Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
Oh boy, you ready?
Yep. Are you ready?
I'll follow you.
Okay. Pretty cool. Shakes a little bit.
What?
It shakes a little bit.
Yeah, imagine being the person that steps there when those little metal pieces break.
Oh yeah.
That'd be freaky.
Several of them out. Pretty cool. What do you think about that?
It's pretty. You can tell the water's cold.
Yeah. Was it worth the short walk over here?
Oh yeah. Easy
Alright.
for this view.
Yeah. This is definitely the best view. Actually, this is the best view.
You're cute.
Our campground is just like right over there. Yeah, it's just right past the overlook over there. Now we're on the Denny Cove waterfall hike. It's only like 2 miles, I think. There should be a short little trail for us, and we can see waterfall. So,
An overlook.
Yeah, there's an overlook first, then the waterfall. So we should be going to the waterfall, then turning back. It does a loop if you're a climber. There's a climbing section, I think. So we're not doing that.
We're not climbers.
No.
Not today.
Do about everything else, but not climbing and not whitewater kayaking. We're at the overlook now. It's a little off the trail, like a quarter mile off the trail, I guess. I got you. Want to bypass the overview or the overlook, go on the, was it east?
That was just straight.
Yeah, well, it's straight, but one's east, one's west. I think we went east. A little ways past the east way, the straight way. There to your right, there is a better overlook that you just seen. Better than the first overlook. It looks like this. Take that little trail down to this rock. It's a better overlook than the first overlook. I think this waterfall is my favorite waterfall I've ever seen. Better than out west, which is pretty awesome. It's not the biggest, not the tallest, but it's probably like the most beautiful. Definitely worth the hike. The hike was a little rough for being like a mile and a half, but it's well worth it. This is, if you can visit one waterfall in this area, come here.
You caught something.
Yep.
Can't eat that for dinner.
Maybe could.
Better keep trying.
Huh?
Better keep trying.
We're at Grundy Lake. I think it's number 2. They are, pretty sure it's 5 lakes. 5 Grundy Lakes. We just drove around this little loop we're at now, and I guess we've seen 3 lakes. And we picked this one. I don't know anything about them. Just doing what looks good. It's our last morning. It's been raining all night and all morning, and we packed up in a super hurry. Shoved everything in the truck. Try not to wreck.
I'll watch the road. You really.
Okay. Yeah, we just didn't even really pack anything well. Just threw it all in the truck and headed home because we knew it was supposed to rain. It rained all night from probably 10 p.m. till still raining. So
we prepared last night so we could pack up easily.
Yeah.
And it's very good about having a truck because we couldn't have done that in the car.
Yeah.
We could have just thrown everything in the car.
Plus it had gotten a bunch of stuff wet too in the car.
Yeah.
Truck has a little cubby hose that I can throw wet stuff in, and it's not a big deal. It just all drains in, and you can pull like a sleeve container thing out and just drain in, I guess. And it doesn't even have carpet, so you don't have to worry about getting wet and nasty stuff on the carpet. What do you think about this trip?
It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Even though it was cold, it was still really enjoyable.
Yeah, the first night was cold. Yesterday wasn't cold too bad, and then last night wasn't cold. Like we started shedding clothes once we got in the sleeping bag and everything. It was like 30 degrees the first night, and then 40 degrees last night. So
it's crazy how just 10 degrees makes a difference.
And our sleeping bag's a 30-degree bag, so the first night was its limits.
I stayed warm that night.
Yeah, I did once I put this jacket I have on now on.
I just had a fleece in my Columbia jacket and a toboggan. My face got cold that first night, but it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't too bad. I'm glad we did it, for sure.
Yeah. Now we know if we can how we handle
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Yesterday going to Denny Cove.
Yep, agreed.
That was pretty.
That was like as good as something out west to me.
It was really pretty.
The hike wasn't bad, and it was like, I guess strenuous, not strenuous, but like challenging enough that it was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a straight paved trail or nothing for touristy stuff.
Right.
It was a good hike that was short to like the most beautiful waterfall I've ever seen.
It was so cool.
So we'd highly recommend that area. The waterfalls close to camp, they were cool too, but not like the Denny Cove one.
They were bigger than Denny Cove. It
Yeah.
just wasn't as cool because you didn't have to find your way to it.
Yeah. And I think we got there at the perfect time where the sun was shining on it right to have a rainbow on it.
That was cool.
Yeah. Where are we headed now?
Cracker Barrel.
No campfire this morning.
No.
Cracker Barrel can make us a fire. Cracker Barrel, then home.